for some football at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Tonight, a fun one on tap for us. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Buffalo Bills. Fitzgerald all set to get this one started. And we're off and running from Western New York. Ty Johnson now to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by one of the faces of this sport, Brock, a one-of-one quarterback who graduated from humble beginnings in Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
On first down, Allen. To the right, pulled in by Palmer. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Finds Kincaid running the slant. And this is going to get him right up near that first down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, 3rd down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his man, Shakir has it. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Allen gonna throw again. Catch made, left side by Palmer. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Panthers get the football on the first turnover of the contest. So what happened there, partner? Looked like he'd found an early rhythm on that opening series until that last throw.
Yeah, fine line between confidence, which he certainly had, and rhythm, and then also just unwise decision-making, forcing that pick.
So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young in Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
It's made by Chuba Hubbard. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
2nd and 6 coming up here. You're going play action. Young. That's incomplete left side.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Into the hands of Leggett. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down. I know it's early, Brock, but that felt kind of big. A lot of momentum generated from that turnover was about to disappear if they didn't convert.
Yeah, there actually is some pressure on this opening series to score. I know pressure's a privilege, but that turnover gave them some early momentum, but it won't just disappear if they fail to score. We'll actually head to that other sidelines.
That was Tannero McMillan he was looking for. So it'll be 2nd down. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. That play wrapped up by DeMario Davis.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down, they need 7. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Making the call himself. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Panthers 1st.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Here's Hubbard on the give. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Pickup of 2 here. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Trying to get outside with Hubbard. Going a little rip there. Looks like about 6. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Hubbard quick on the draw. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Bronk. It's a new set of downs at the 27. To the air on 1st down. Young. Dumped off to his running back. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Counterplay, Hubbard. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Time for our second quarter here, and the Panthers are thinking points. It's Young, the throw here on first. Drops back. Needs an open man. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Young working from the gun. It's caught by Hubbard. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though. Didn't he, Bronk? It's a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
3rd down run by Hubbard. And he's in for the touchdown. The Panthers get the game's first points here in the second. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. You come in as a significant underdog, Brock, in somebody else's building. You know how essential it is to have a good start, and these guys did just that.
Yep, you're the weaker guy in the fight. You need to make your first shot count. Make them think about it. They've seized the momentum, really given themselves a fighting chance. Now they just got to do it consistently.
This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Strong with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down. Well, it sure seems like they have found the wrinkle in their coverage that this QB just can't quite read, Brock. Got him on a pick on the last drive, and they should have had him again right there.
Kate, I can't tell you how lonely a feeling this is.
Yeah.
One interception you don't like, back-to-back drives. That's a really hard walk off the field.
Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. Takes it in at the 21. some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Off a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Young on the play action. Downfield work in the left. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A 28-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Panthers first.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Pass brought in by Tataroa McMillan. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That's 6. Well, Sean McDermott didn't like that call. We can tell he's got the challenge flag out. We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
So Sean McDermott's challenge unsuccessful. The call stands. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. 1st and 10, it's Hubbard. It's inside the 10. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Panthers double their lead to 14. Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bills set to take over offensively. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Right up the gut. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Allen looking to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Allen on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Give him 13 on that play. And the Bills have a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On first down, they'll run. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Throwing here, Allen. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Now design wrong, it's Allen. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, that is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something, an injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
So it'll be 2nd and long coming up, and that is on the other side of our 2-minute warning. More from Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Allen. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. That's caught at the 25. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that. Again,
Allen to the air. It's his running back. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. So Buffalo's going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Need hardly anything here, 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. And As that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
They're headed up the middle, and he makes it across. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills make it a one-score game before halftime. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Greg Zuerlein for the point after try. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Rico Dowdle. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. They're up by 7. Let's see if they choose to rest on that and just go into the locker room. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Downfield, and he's got McMillan. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. One play in, and they are already close to midfield. First down, Young. Finds him over the middle. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap now to Young. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here's Young again. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
On 4th down, Panthers going to turn to Sam Martin to punt this one away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And He's going to be stopped right around the 37. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here's the final play of our first half. Back to throw it. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Trevor Etienne to return this. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Panthers. Their offense has it first here to start quarter number 3. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. And the Bills get to him. He's brought down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Kate, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. Design quarterback run here. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play. It typically goes for a whole lot more.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Impressive play, but they are well shy of the 1st down. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Carolina in punt formation. It'll be Sam Martin doing the honors. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And some solid block in there, springs him for 8. It's going to be second down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent, when you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. Putting a receiver in motion. Working now from the gun. Brought in right side by Kincaid. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll run here on first down. It's a nice run in there on that 7-yard gain, making second down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
2nd and 3 now. On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down. You know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal. The give now out of the shotgun. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Let's give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Ball at the 2 here for second and goal. Now Allen going to the air. This is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills start the second half with some needed points. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Zerline on now for the extra point. The Bills tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Dowdle now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Carolina offense headed out now. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. And going play action. Young. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. On 2nd and 10, Young. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And that punt hits and kicks out of bounds beyond the opposing 35. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
New set of downs for them from the 31. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. This is close, but it looks like they got the stop in time. Yep, marked at the 40, and that brings up 3rd down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They give it to him again. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
That's complete to Coleman out left. And they make the tackle at the 38. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Into the hands of Elijah Moore. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Has him on a quick hitter. And he nearly gets him another 1st down as they force him out just shy of the marker.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Just a yard left to go on second down. There's a dive up the middle. And that short gain is enough for a new set it down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the well again. He picks up 5 on that first down run. Brings up second down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. He's got it on the bootleg. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Complete beyond the marker. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. Going power with the big tight end. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
That's what I call a go-for-broke call right there. Had that one saved up for a specific spot, and it fell just short of getting in the touchdown.
Let's see what they want to do here. It's 2nd and inches. They'll send him up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bills take a 4th quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Zerline on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Dowdle now to return it. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Looking to throw, Young. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Xavier Legette, the target on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion is still pretty good for the defense.
So out now comes the punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now Allen. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. And Allen will hold on to this. Breaks the tackle. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Complete to Coleman. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
First down now, ball at the 33. To throw again, it's Allen. Finds him over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Now we'll get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. On the red zone now. Right back to Kincaid, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 13. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it, save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. It's a designated keeper for Allen. This won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel it again after this one. He's keeping it. Gotta get it forward. After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. It's a designed run for it. So the roar of Bills Mafia, it's a win for their guys in Buffalo. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Buffalo.